Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today, instead of a question, I wanted to take this opportunity to wish all who are celebrating a wonderful and blessed Sabbat. Whether you are in the Northern Hemisphere like me and celebrating Samhain, or whether you're in the Southern Hemisphere and celebrating Beltane, these are the two most sacred days of the contemporary pagan calendar, and they signify the powers of death and the powers of life. And it is these two things that most prominently hold the universe in motion. And when we speak of death and the ancestors and spirit, we are speaking of the yin energy and the energy of Apiran. And when we're speaking of the powers of life and fertility, we're speaking of the yang energy and the powers of Piran. And these are very ancient, very widespread concepts and very much the underpinning of contemporary pagan thought. And some of you may be celebrating both at the same time. And if you do that, you will find that it will give you additional insights to the deeper meanings of these festivals and the ways in which these two things relate to one another. Both of these festivals celebrate the crossing through of a gate and the idea of the veil between the worlds being thin. And I personally am a great believer in the idea that the veil between the worlds is always really quite thin if you know how to navigate it. But for most people, there is a belief that it is these times of year, whether Beltane or Samhain, that the veil is thinnest. And in fact, it is a matter of observing the relationship between we the living and we who are in spirit, and bearing in mind that there really need not be a separation. So whichever one you are celebrating today, many blessings to you, and may you have a wonderful Sabbat, and be mindful of the opposite Sabbat and what it also means. And so, until next time, may you blessed be. The Tarot of Hecate. My 100-card tarot deck, 30 years in the making, finally available to you from witchschoolstore.com. Check out a copy today.